What's that music, Tony? Hi, I'm Danny Queen. Welcome to another exciting edition of Color Be Poetry today. And I have a good friend with me. I've known this sister for many years, and she's an author and she's a poet. And she's here to share with us today. She has a brand new book out, and her name is Francine Nedd. How you doing, good sister?
I am doing fabulous.
I haven't seen you for a long time. The princess. The princess in the house, y'all.
Queen. I was graduated.
Queen Francine.
I have graduated, man.
It's good to see you.
It's nice to see you, too.
Yeah. Now, how long you been writing?
Oh, God. At least 20, I'm going to say 25 years if you add the beginning.
Look at 25 today.
You know what? You need to just stay by my side. How about that?
All right. Yeah.
Daddy give the best compliments. Hey.
Yes, it's beautiful. You look beautiful. Now, how long you said you been doing this?
25 years.
25.
It
Wow.
might be even longer because it took me approximately 25 years to finish my novel. But
wow.
but no, the gift of the writing came through being saved. Once I got saved, I discovered the gift of poetry. Poetry came first and birthed everything else.
So what age did you start writing poetry?
When I got saved.
Oh, what age was that?
Would be. Do I have to tell them? People don't know how old I am.
No, you gotta. I ain't ask for no numbers. I'm just asking. Approximately how old were you? Very young.
Probably in my 38, 39, something like that. I was late, even though I had been baptized prior to. Sometimes it takes a couple of rounds before it really sinks in when you really know you need them.
I was baptized 7 times.
You know, see what I'm saying?
But I know I'm going to be all right because 7 is the spiritual number.
Yeah, you know see what I'm saying? Oh, that's the best.
Yeah.
But
I had to go down 7 times. I almost drowned that last time, though.
Because you don't learn the first time around. Some people get it. You
learn some things. I know that. But it's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good. So
I actually asked, I asked him, what is it that I do for you? I say, tell me something. You know what I'm saying? Because the way my life was going, this ain't working.
Yeah.
So tell me what I do for you. Show it to me.
What was your life before that time? What was it like before that time?
It was just chaotic.
Oh, okay.
You hurt my love, choices and things and situations, that you do and choose to do.
Sometimes the lack of choices as well.
Yeah. But for me, every day is a choice. From your socks you're going to wear,
that's true.
Everything.
That's
all
true.
Day long you're making choices.
That's what life is about, making choices.
But when you're younger, you don't make the best ones because you're in such a rush to be older.
But that's part of being young, though, isn't it?
Is
making wrong choices. I mean, that's life.
It is,
Yeah. When you're young, I made a whole lot of wrong choices, I remember when I was coming up, and there's a little girl I liked, and I, took me to meet my grandma and that thing. Grandma said, that ain't the woman for you. I'm like, Grandma. Then you young, you say, well, Grandma is old, she don't know. But when you live and learn, so I noticed that a lot of times that grandmother, things that my grandmother said wasn't for that time, but sometimes it's for a time down the road that you couldn't see because they hadn't got here yet. So those are lessons, life lessons I call them, and I'm sure that your work reflect all of that and then some.
Yeah, my work can be sometimes very dark, but at the end it reveals light. You know what I'm saying? Because I think most of us come from a darkness.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? And we're searching for that light. But sometimes when people come to you with the light that's on them, sometimes that light is so bright you can't accept it because it feels like this. Like somebody shoving something down your throat. But if you come with a little bit of your past, then you can feed them the future.
To the light, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to open up and let some of your mess out.
Through.
And then they can relax and receive truth from
Well,
it.
speaking of the dark, there's a poem I like to share
Sure.
that speaks of the darkness also, but in a different kind of way. This poem is simply entitled Chocolate City Candy, and I'd like to dedicate it to all the sisters of the world.
Okay.
Chocolate City Candy, just a taste of you makes my life so complete. Learning to love you is a special treat. The little loving things you do forever makes your honey sweet. You're good and plenty loving, just knocks me off my feet. You're my sugar baby, peppermint patty pearl, my M&M plain Chocolate City Candy girl. My lifetime lightsaber, Fifth Avenue, Lovers Lane Park. My butterfinger, whatchamacallit, says sweetness in the dark. Now and later, you'll always be my Mary Jane, my baby Ruth, my mounds of almond joy. Chocolate, honey, sweet tooth. Let me be your payday, sugar daddy galore. Your 100 grand, Mr. Goodbye for sure. And when you turn on your total Tootsie Roll charms, your chocolate cherry kisses make me melt in your arms. You're my sugar baby, peppermint patty pearl, my M&M plain, chocolate city, candy girl. How's that for a dark
I
poem?
love that.
They don't get no darker.
You know who you actually reminded me of right now?
What's that? Who's
Songs
that?
of Solomon.
Oh, really?
Because you know he never really spoke about the particular parts.
That's the first
You know
time.
what I'm saying?
I thank you, because nobody ever related me to the Bible before, and my name is Daniel.
Because people, they don't want to talk about Songs of Solomon. But Songs of Solomon talked about love and love making and how this man felt about this black, beautiful woman, you know, but you described it using candy.
Wow. Hey, Francine, you getting deeper. You ain't deep up here, girl. I didn't know. I ain't always in the Bible like that. Well, I mean, you know the book of Daniel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my boy's for the book of Daniel. First verse, first chapter.
All right. All right.
Wow.
That quick.
Yeah, but let's do some poetry.
Okay.
Anything you want to drop? We're gonna talk about the book and all of that.
Well, you know what? I'm going to let me see. I can honestly say that sometimes I think I'm just getting old.
That's all right. We're gonna go with the flow.
And
Good black don't crack no hand. Don't even worry about it.
I mean, it's one I particularly found in here, and then of course when I'm trying to do it, it won't just pop out, right?
No, well, go ahead. We got time.
Okay.
Because we got a lot of work to do today.
I'm just making sure that I'm in.
So I know that you have done a whole lot of work. You got so much there. Yeah, I know that because I see all these books. We're gonna talk about each and every one of them.
I'm looking for this particular one. It's called Truth.
Truth, okay. Truth and justice. In African society, we say mayat. Truth and justice.
Okay. Oh, got it.
Okay.
Okay. So unlike Danny, I'm going to read from this book.
Okay. And which book is that? We got to know.
This. I'm sorry. This is I Write.
I Write. Okay.
This is actually my second book.
Second book. Okay.
This is the second one. It says, my thoughts flow spiritually, often running oceans so deep. So very deep, my own mind refuses to repeat back to me the imagery that shudders me silently. Sometimes I look at a world divided, undecided, in turmoil, our soldiers dying, crying, fighting on foreign soil, so bold for a world seemingly so cold, so lost, our loved ones dying at a very high cost. I tell you, my heart flutters beats that I don't care to repeat, pumping life-giving blood into my veins, and my brain feels like it wants to explode godly knowledge, truth that the unaware aren't yet ready for sure. Sometimes I wonder how one stays sane in an unforgiving society of not so warm, loving bodies that don't realize The Walking Dead isn't just a movie, but a form of reality, and where we are mentally today, blindsided by new age, new wave technology, and these new adult technical toys are our newfound joy. I've shaken my head at lack of knowledge, the ignorance. My heart cries, sighs, and dreads the continued zombie march of The Walking Dead. People, we openly lust for the forbidden instead of in God we trust. So we keep sinning and spinning out of control. Are you mad, sad, glad? Tell me, do you really feel free not having the ability to see in 3D, vivid truth? Where did brotherly, sisterly love go? Do you care or know? And why does towers have to crumble and fall to remind us that skin tones and race shouldn't even matter at all? People, we are the lost tribe because we want to be and do as we darn well please. And that is the mindset of the blind set against God. Children always think they know more than a parent. We, the parent here being God, we are blind only because we refuse to see, obey, and do what God says. That, again, is true. When shall we wake up and see as we should? Because what I've noticed and witnessed the most is that we're all bamboozled and seriously comatose. The enemy will lose when we all see in truth that nothing in this world is as it seems. Dreams aren't necessarily dreams. And is this thing real, this thing called reality even real? My thoughts are often so spiritually deep that my closed mind doesn't want to repeat back to me the blatantly truthful imagery. I've come to an ultrasound decision that spiritually we don't all have 20/20 vision. That's truth. Because spiritual truth isn't something we're all addicted to. And truth here equals God.
Wow. Why you write that poem, sis?
I'm going to tell you something, Danny. Everything that I write is given to me. For the time frame that we're in today.
Do you believe that creativity has a mind of its own?
I never really looked at it that way.
Because sometimes when you're writing, there's a spirit that comes down over you. The Greeks said the muse came up and the muse took over. And sometimes it seems like some things come so easy. It's almost like you just sitting there and holding the pencil or on the typewriter. It just comes so easily.
I call that, what you're speaking of, to me, that's called that ready writer that they speak of in the Bible. And when I say that I am a ready writer, because I tell people anything I've written was spiritually given to me. I just didn't sit down and say, oh, okay.
But it's creativity.
That's a nice poem.
Yeah.
I hear it. A word will come. And then I'll grab my pen and all of a sudden it's a flow. And I start, it's like taking notes.
Do you have to be a certain place to write? Or can hit you anywhere and you do it right there? Or you write in seclusion?
It can hit me anywhere. And then I have to write. I tell people word for word, it's not mine. It's spiritual. You know.
So
I'm not that type of poet.
So you're the vessel?
I am the vessel.
Because over the years, I've interviewed all kinds of poets and writers. Yeah.
That's why I called you what I called you. Because that's who you are to me. That's what I see. Because you write a lot of poems on love. And I'm like, this is our new, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
this is the new Solomon here.
I can get political too now. I'm only pull out one of
No,
those
I know
poems.
no, I know that you
But
can.
it's always a spiritual essence.
You know, but
no matter what I write.
I just know you write beautiful love poetry and stuff.
Well, yeah, but I can be radical as I don't know what to. Matter of fact, I call myself the poetic activist, really.
Okay.
And that includes love too, because it's all based on love.
Yeah.
I write what I write because of love.
Because you're trying to bust open brains and not
I'm glad you said brains, not heads.
You know what I'm saying? We're trying to make that light come on and
Yes.
you know and make people think and see.
Now I want to share this, but I want you to be thinking about something else that really moves you as I'm reading this piece here, because what you just said to me really engenders this piece here, and it's simply entitled "Wings of Intuition." It is as much a part of us as flesh, blood, and bone. It is the inner essence of self that won't leave you alone. It is the pure knowing of the voice within that will lead, teach, and guide you over and over again. The wisdom of intuition will push you above and beyond to do the right thing when you would the wrong. Intuition is the wisdom of the spirit divine, the language of the soul, the calling of the higher mind. The truth of who you are at heart will only make you whole. There's the inner foresight that speaks from the soul. So what's unexplained or unseen don't mean unreal. Intuition is the spirit of faith in what you feel. It helps us all to change, learn, and grow in truth beyond what we feel we know. The wisdom of intuition will push you above and beyond to do the right thing when you would the wrong. I think that's that essence that you were just talking about.
Yes.
Yeah. Always the spiritual
Wings of
intuition.
Intuition.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. You got something for me? Because we're going to talk about these books in a minute here.
Okay.
We're going to come back to the poetry.
I would like to find something that I wrote that's I'm gonna do something short.
Okay.
Okay. And this particular poem describes the essence of I say a tainted mind of how people foresee beauty. Beauty is always seen as the size 6 person or the lighter skinned individual or the even lighter, you know.
People's perception of what beauty is.
What beauty is. What beauty is, truly the word was spoken before. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
That's
you
right.
know?
Yeah. It really is.
But it just shows you how television can really, warp our minds.
Well, yes.
And got us chopping up our bodies and
Media
doing all
can
things to be this perfect individual. You were born perfect.
Malcolm X once said, media can make an innocent man seem guilty and a guilty man seem innocent. That's the power of media.
Yes. Yes.
Come on with it.
Okay. It's called Describe Beauty, and again, I'm coming out of the book I write. Describe beauty, and it's easy to see that the beauty described isn't a reflection of me. Big breasts, small waist, big hips and thighs, legs and a booty that would make any grown man cry. And let's not forget that high golden girl's complexion. These attributes seemingly cause a stimulating, promising erection. Asked to describe beauty, and it's so easily seen that beauty in many eyes isn't necessarily a vision of me. It's human nature to see with one's eyes, but voluptuous beauty isn't all that's often described. One size doesn't necessarily fit all. Women come short, robust, and extremely tall. Light skin, white skin, dark skin, or the deepest brown. But of the big, darkest of girls' beauty, I rarely hear a sound. Asked to describe beauty, and it's so easily seen that the beauty you described is never an image of me.
Let me go here. Chocolate rainbow, shades of black. Black, white, brown, red, yellow, and tan. All shades of the rainbow come from the original man. The missing link to what we as a people lack is loving who we are in all shades of black. Mocha, sepia, sable, red bone, cinnamon, mahogany, pearl, children of the sun, living in a color-struck world. Whatever shade of ebony to ivory you might be, black is black, I am you, you are me. You can't possess the soul essence of somebody else, so to love and know who you are is to be yourself. Beyond our shades of sick, color-struck shame, as a people, we all colored one and the same. The one drop will always undervalue and demean the wannabes, the jigaboos, and every shade in between. Black on black love is so power validation, despite our brown bag, blue vein indoctrination. Interrace prejudice, preference, and pride are reflections of a past that cannot be denied. As a human rainbow with the wind at our back, the power of self-respect comes in all shades of black. Honey brown, peanut butter, vanilla chocolate, copper tone, mocha maple, nocturnal rose, raven brick house brownstone. Whatever shade of ebony to ivory you might be, black is black, I am you and you are me. Yes. From ruby red brown to a black walnut pecan, lemon strawberry peach to a beach sand color tan. The missing link to what we as a people lack is loving who we are in all shades of black.
Okay, yes you are, Daddy.
Oh, girl, that great. You better come on up in here now. Well, now let's talk about the books.
Okay.
And,
well, the main one.
What was the first book?
Oh, this one.
Okay, let me hold it up. Tony, can
that
you
one, that was my birth.
Wow.
That's when all the flow of the poetry and everything just started coming to me.
And it's entitled, this is your first one?
And that's Poetess Queen Francine's Poetic Vision.
Wow. Why that title, Francine?
You know what? Poetess came from the fact that that's what I am. I am a poet. Queen is what I had started being called by.
Oh, you're a queen now. I ain't got that.
I started being called queen by other poets. Really? Not saying that I was the queen of poetry,
right?
But that's what they started.
Well, you know my last name Queen, but I ain't trying to be queen or nothing though.
Okay. And then of course, what else? I'm lost.
So when did this one come out? When did this come?
Oh God.
You got it, Tony?
That book has been out now probably, I want to say, maybe 6 years.
Oh wow! So this was the first.
Yeah, that was the first.
Your firstborn, girl.
That was you know, and it was another poet that actually told me and showed me how to put my work together.
Wow!
So that's why I don't hesitate.
Now let's talk about the cover. Who did the cover?
I did.
Oh, that was your concept.
Yes.
Oh wow, that's beautiful. Hold it up. Get that. Go and get that, Tony. If you can.
Yes.
Can you get it? Yes, that's beautiful.
Yeah, I actually I designed the whole cover.
And you work with a graphic artist.
And that's
and the
me
back is
on the back.
Oh, that's you.
Yeah.
Wow, that's beautiful.
That's me on the
back. So
back.
you had a concept in your mind of how you wanted the book to look.
I did not.
Oh.
I didn't know anything about marketing or trying to put anything like this together. Nothing. And
so you had a graphic artist to help you design?
No, I actually went online and found, I paid for pictures. You pay for the artwork.
Oh yeah.
And popped it on there.
Oh.
And there you have it.
Okay. I never thought that.
That's where it came from. I something a picture that I paid for.
And what year did you say that was?
This book came out 6 years ago, so that would be 90. My bad, not 90.
No, that's been
it would be 2008. 20.
08, wasn't it? Something like that.
No, 13.
13, okay. Yeah, what am I saying? 08, yes.
2013.
But 12, 13, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go. So, but
Wow.
yeah, that was my
Beautiful.
that was one of the first books
That's
in my
the first-
introduction
the
to
first
writing
one.
and everything.
Wow.
Was this book here. So
Mm.
that's when God started using me.
Now, the next book.
This one came behind that one, and believe it or not,
Well, a year later, or when? How
and
much?
this is probably 2 years later,
Oh, okay.
because I was in the midst of writing Dark Secrets, so I was
Okay.
kind of doing 2 books.
At the same
But I
time.
had all these poems, so I'm like, you know what, I need to just
Do something in
do
between.
another book.
While you,
And so that's
while
when
you're
I
working on the
did
masterpiece.
exactly while I was birthing
Yeah.
the truth right here.
Yes.
But yeah, this one came next, and I did this right here, the cover.
Mhm.
I can say it
Now
now
that's-
because I'm not working there, but I did
Yeah.
the whole job and did the whole book at my job.
What, girl?
I
You
just
didn't get
said-
far.
That did not. It didn't take really long, but I mean, I designed
Wow.
the cover on my computer.
Was anybody looking over your shoulder?
No, I was a lieutenant, so I had nobody
Oh,
in my
okay.
office.
Look over
But like I say,
your
I'm not doing that
shoulder.
anymore. But thank you guys so much for the use of your computer and
Oh, Lord.
for this
The
book.
next book gonna be called Telling Secrets without getting fired.
How to write a whole book without getting fired?
Yeah, there you go. On your J.O.B.
On my J.O.B.
Only poet can do that though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't writing about a little poem here.
But no, the poems was written. I just had to
Yeah,
put them together.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all. That's basically it.
Organized.
That's why it really didn't take that long.
Now, what made you write that book? The second book, I write. That statement. Where that statement
because-
come from?
The Ready Writer. When we were talking about earlier, when God really showed me that that's what I was.
The Ready
I
Writer.
am the Ready Writer. That means I'm on standby constantly for whatever He directs me to do. That's what I'm doing. And
But,
so,
but hold on, knowing you, that means rough and ready too now.
rough and ready.
Yeah,
I'm
girl.
innocent, y'all. Don't listen to
Oh
that.
man, no, your writing. I've always admired your writing. That's why I can say. That's why I
Thank
can
you,
say.
Danny.
Yeah, But it's
But
ever
you,
ready.
you really inspired me.
Oh really?
Because you invited me. You had a show at Howard.
Yes.
You were doing a discussion,
Yes.
and you
some time
invited
ago.
me there. And I remember
Did you
watching
come?
you. Yes,
Okay.
I was there, and I remembered you standing up there before the people and talking to them about everything. And I was like, you know what? That's what I want to do. But I didn't know exactly how to go about it. But you invited me to to see how you
Well,
went
yeah,
about doing
I
things.
always want to inspire you.
And it encouraged me to really stick with the work, with
You
the
know,
writing.
I ran into a young lady who said I inspired her when I used to do book signings for Walden Books over at Landon Mall back in the day. Now, you know, that's been a minute.
Yes.
And she said, Danny Quinn, I write books because of you. I'm like, oh, I never thought, but you never know who's watching. She might be like 12 or 13 then. And, you know, she's like 30-some years old, almost 40 now. And so I didn't think about it, but that's why image is so important, because you never know
Who's watching and who
yeah.
you're influencing, and sometimes
That's
you
right.
have to even think about certain things
Yes.
that you're writing and certain things that you're even saying, because with this newer generation coming out, they're easily influenced.
Well,
You know, well, this way. Go to
Yeah, because
Go
when
to the
you
left.
write, do you think about your audience and who you're writing for? Because everything ain't for everybody.
You know what? What I found today, especially with Dark Secrets,
Yes.
is wondering and worrying so much about offending
Really?
the Christian side, you know, when trying to capture the secular side. You know,
Well, you got the secular and the sacred.
because
I slide between the two. I'm a backslider now.
No, but I'm saying I don't find what you've written to be offensive in any manner, because that's the problem. If people go to Book of Solomon,
Yeah.
that's why I say people want to dance around certain things. They want to pick and choose out the Bible
So
they
you-
want to use.
Yeah, well, Joe Madison called them cafeteria Christians. You go down the line, pick what they want. I want this, I
Yeah,
want that.
this
I
will
don't
work
want
for me.
that.
Yes.
But
Exactly.
no, I mean, you have to be who you are. You
But
know?
that's
So
when
you were concerned about it.
I was, but you know what? It got erased because the audience that I'm trying to pull out of darkness
Yes.
can't recognize themselves unless I'm able to speak the way they speak.
Well, no, you have to speak the way you be
know?
you.
No. What I'm saying is that's why people say when they sat down and they read the book, they felt like they were standing right there in the middle of the conversation. They was like, how did you manage to get even, I was even told that professionals can't write on a dialogue on the level that I wrote it. So believable.
But you're
that
writing
it
for a
pulls you into the
certain,
book.
you're writing for a certain audience though.
I'm writing for both sides. I'm writing that the saved are able to see the Pharisee within themselves, you know, but also the lost is able to identify.
So it's spiritually based.
It is spiritually based, you know, but people want to say that, how is this a Christian book and you got cursing in it? What world do you live in?
Yeah, really. Well, wait a minute.
Period.
I heard somebody say, in order to be profane, sometimes you got to be profound to be profane. Richard Pryor was a great comedian.
Yes.
But he used profanity. But I understood what he was saying.
Everybody understood what he said.
That's right. Because he didn't use like some of the young comedians did this cuss for the sake of cuss. No, he used like a writer. I would use a semicolon or a comma or a period. That's how he used it. He used it as punctuation. It wasn't the story. It was just punctuation. That's how I saw his.
But he told stories that imitated life.
Yes.
And this is how Dark Secrets is. It's life imitating life. It's life imitating life. Exactly.
Wow, that's interesting that you put it that way.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So yeah, you got something else you want to? I see you.
Oh no, because you was picking up, so I was like,
I was
okay,
looking for my Richard Pryor poem. I don't know what it is. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but
okay. I got. Does Black Lives Matter?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
You know I do. Why we here?
Okay. Are your eyes open yet? Can you see the pain, or is it regret that you have to see it all? Hearing families' cries, screams, and 911 calls, while precious black lives continue to crumble and fold. Does Black Lives Matter, or is it just slogan or gibberish jargon carried on and on like a dangling sentence? Will there ever be true repentance, or simply establishing nothing except blurred dreams? It seems the hooded have become unhooded, and rapid gunfire still reigns supreme. Is there justice in the Justice Department, or just us for us? Does Black Lives Matter in the USA today, whether past or present holds no precedence? Seems just modern day dressed up slaves set up for slaughter, witnessed by the tear-stained faces of our now fatherless sons and daughters. Does Black Lives Matter, or the latter, having the fear of my own son coming innocently face to face, feeling disgraced, the cold barrel of an unqualified official's gun pointed at my well-college-educated son's face? Oh my God. My country, tears of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing, let freedom ring. Let freedom ring for the black man across this country, this nation, this land. Let freedom ring, let all hate cease, so the numbers of our dead will continue to decrease. Let freedom ring in all our hearts and minds, and finally put an end to, yes, hateful black on black crimes. Let freedom ring on our hearts so heavy, spirits broken to pieces like the days of the deadly levees. Let freedom ring, a song loudly so proudly out of the mouths of every race of human beings. Feel the song my troubled, dreaming heart is singing. Let freedom ring, joy in every soul across creation, linking together nation after nation. Let freedom ring until all hate is a thing of the past, and we'll sing a true song, a true freedom song at last. Join hands as a truly strong united nation in the celebratory celebration. Cry out, break the chains of a horrid past. Free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are all free at last.
Let's see what Richard Pryor got to say about it.
I want to hear.
The Richard Pryor poem from Richard Pryor, 1940 to 2005. As a comic, he came up through a crack in the concrete with a PhD in life from the University of the Street. As the freest black man in his day and time, like it or not, he spoke what was on his mind. The story behind his humor could leave you spellbound. For as an icon of comedy, he was profane but deeply profound.
Yeah.
Like a loose cannon, half high and hazy, as a comic genius at heart. But that Negro was crazy.
Yeah.
He was brutally honest, blunt, streetwise, and raw, and through laughter and pain, told you what he saw.
Yeah.
The prism of his world was his lifelong stage, to laugh inside, to keep from crying, to hide his rage. From the life of laughter and the power to heal, his truth was plain spoken, but all too real.
Though prophetic yet profound, he was life's native son who spoke truth to power in more ways than one. Through bittersweet pain and personal demons as well, his stories of Mudbone were lessons for life he had to tell.
Mudbone, yeah.
The humor behind his spell, the humor behind his humor, the horror behind his humor can leave you spellbound. And as the icon of comedy, he was profane but deeply profound.
Oh yes.
Richard Pryor.
Richard Pryor.
You know, it's interesting because sometimes things that comedians say in jest are really based on a lot of truth. There was a lot of pain in his life. You know, when you think about how he grew up. You know, his grandmother being a madam in the house.
Yes, and his mom also been worked in that house. You know, sold herself.
True. So all of that came out for him in his humor. You know, that's his life. You know, life is life. You know, and
sometimes you're forced to do things that goes against the grain. But some things it's about survival.
But imagine the pain he felt going to school and kids
and the humility.
You know?
Yes. You know,
the humility.
But he's not the first comic, I believe, that has taken their past. Because a lot of times when comics are on stage, it's built on life situations, things that they're actually going through, and they just turn it into laughter.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
Because that's the art,
and that's and it's also their release.
Well, yes,
you know what I'm saying? Because you internalize.
Because he ain't laughing, we laughing.
Right.
Because that's what they are.
But yes,
but
it helps. I think it's also a healing.
Yes,
for
healing
them,
for them.
Because it's a way of.
But that's what writing is also, isn't it? Isn't
yes.
it a healing? When how do you feel after you write something? We haven't got to it yet, but how do you feel after you give birth to a book like this how does it feel? How does it feel doing, were there birthing pains in a sense, psychological, emotional
It
birthing
released
pains?
a lot of stuff from me because part of the story is me. I would say
let's talk about your latest book, and it's called
Dark Secrets.
Okay.
Dark Secrets. Danny, when I tell you I cried many times writing this book because of the things that the characters went through, and some of the things are a reflection of what things I had gone through with, for instance, my main character. My main character was partly me.
Okay, but how did these characters come to you? They were actually a part of you. They spoke to you?
When Dark Secrets first came to my conscious mind, it came as The Rape of Colleen. That was the original title for the book. And then that was the word that was given to me. And all of a sudden I could hear, and I just started writing what, you know, and I got really far along.
How'd you start though? You just start taking little notes at a time, or
did
it all come to you at once?
Once I heard The Rape of Colleen, I'm like, The Rape of Colleen? I don't know nobody's name, Colleen. You know what I'm saying? Where's Colleen? Yeah. So all of a sudden I could hear the story unfolding in my mind. Wow. And I said, okay, I can't make this, you know. So I started writing what was being revealed to me on this character. And then at the same time, I was heading to Georgia, Kentucky, to spend some time with my sister and her husband. And I was writing on the plane because I couldn't put it down. So I was writing this work like on the plane, and then I put it down for a while because it dropped. All of a sudden, it wasn't going anywhere. And I set that book down for a minute until I moved to where I'm currently living at, and I pulled it out, and it picked right back up. And I was at this desk, going for it again. Yeah. And I just remember crying, and then I got to a point in the book where I can't reveal this particular situation, but I was like, "What? Are you sure?" And I wound up in the shower, Danny, with the water pouring over my body, and I'm trying not to cry.
Cry if you need to. I ain't gonna cry with you, but go on, cry.
But I remember crying as the Holy Spirit was revealing to me what was supposed to happen with this particular character, and I was like, "Oh no," you know. Right. But at the same time, the real reality of it was, in order for this to happen, I would be rebirthed. Oh, wow. I had to remove some stuff that was buried so deep in me. So basically, he was forcing me to relive a dark past,
so you could
release that.
So you could cleanse. Yeah.
So this book was actually my cleansing.
Wow. Ooh. God have mercy.
So by the time I got to the end of it, I felt like a burden. Everything had been released from me.
How long did it take to write this?
25 years.
Oh, wow.
Because of the editing and going back and not being, wise to how the editing process worked and what's really good writing and people that will take advantage of you.
At the same time, you were teaching yourself how to write as well.
Well, I knew how to write the story. I just didn't know how to edit it. And you know how you gotta make it, put the structure with it, And eventually, am I allowed to say her name?
Yeah.
Eventually, God led me to this woman, Yogi Blackman.
Okay.
And she said, "Oh my God, this needs a lot of work." She said, "Trust me, you can write." She said, "There's no question."
The basics is there.
She said, "I'm loving the story and I haven't touched it yet, but it does need some
but
work."
She knew what to do.
She knew that the editors before her was just taking the money. She don't know the difference. I could see that they did something, but they really was just, But she took on that challenge.
She knew what to do.
She knew what to do to bring it to where it is today. And
you trusted her.
And I did. I trusted her.
Well,
So.
Really?
Oh, she's on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
For those who need to know.
Well, look, girl, I'm giving a shout out to her.
Yeah, she birthed it, and this book, every person that has read this book, 5 stars.
Really?
On with its Amazon Kindle.
Yes.
All 5 stars.
Oh wow.
On the book patch, all 5 stars.
Oh, girl, that's good.
I think I deserve a high five for that. Go on, give me mine now. I want y'all to see it on there. She's gonna be on Oprah soon, y'all.
Oh yes. Oh.
You better come
also, right now I actually have an A-list celebrity.
Okay.
That has Dark Secrets in her hands.
Oh, great.
And she is going to endorse it if she likes it. Yes. But I don't want to reveal the person.
Yeah, just yet.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to reveal who it is.
Right.
But it is an A-lister. I mean, this woman
That's
is hot right now. She's like a hot commodity right now. But
that's a blessing.
it got back to me. She has the book. And she's going to read it. And I just can't wait.
Wow,
this book is going to change a lot of lives.
You feel good about it?
I feel dynamite. I mean, it's a blessing.
But it was also growing pains.
It was growing pains, but it was good because a lot of times, what happens when you cry? You feel you
feel better.
Yeah, you feel a lot better when you get the nastiness out. But I had a woman she hadn't bought the book. She found the book.
Oh, she found it?
She had found the book. I saw her with the book in her hand. No, she had it in her hand. When she was walking towards me, I'm looking at her and I see the book. I don't know. Okay, she must have got it from somewhere.
Because sometimes people buy your book and pass it around.
No, but the thing was, she was crying.
Oh.
I'm feeling bad because I've not reflected it back to the book. I'm just trying now to figure out what's wrong.
You didn't think it.
So I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, what's wrong? What happened? She said, oh my God. I said, oh my God. What? And she said, this book. She said, I was reading this book. I'm like, she didn't even realize. She never looked to see that I was the author. But I'm like,
she didn't know
what
your name.
What happened? She said, this poor girl. She said, but it's not just the girl. She said, I was reading it. She said, and it's me. She said, but if I had read this during the time of me going through what this young girl went through, she said, I would have told my mom. She said, when I go home, I'm going to call my mother and let her know. But she said, I felt so good because somebody wrote my story.
You never know who you reach.
Yeah.
But you're telling her story, and you don't know her from.
But there's so many people that have come to me that are related to characters, not related to it, but they are the reflection of a character
in the book.
In that book. That's why I know that God meant for this book to go out.
Now we don't want to give the book away, but what are some of the other characters and how did they come to you? Did they come to you in different ways?
As they came as I wrote. They all of a sudden they birthed. Everybody.
They introduced themselves to you. They
kind of eased in as I was writing. Then all of a sudden a name. I'm like, okay. You know,
Well, you.
there's one. You know, but it was weird because I was told they say there's so many characters in this book, but it's amazing that I'm able to keep up
With the characters.
with the characters. You know, I even
You give a description of each of the characters.
I'm gonna tell you, one of the characters reminds me of Monique.
Oh,
Another
really?
one reminds me of Ving Rhymes, and forgive me for giving you characters that are in my age group.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
There's a lot of characters in our age group.
You know, you have a Layla Ali. You have
Yeah.
what's her name? She's on that 911. Angela Bassett.
Oh, Angela Bassett. Okay.
I can see her, Angela Bassett. What is the young lady's name? She was Marcus. Her husband's name is Marcus Tyler Perry.
Oh, yeah. I forget the sister name. Her last name Johnson. She Marcus. Yeah, her
husband
yeah.
on How Did I Get Married?
Yeah. Why Did I Get Married? Tyler Perry's movie.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. She
Yes.
was over the top though.
She is.
thinking
I
about
can tell you, she would be the character Beverly.
Yeah.
Beverly. She would be Beverly in my book. You know.
And
But
so all these characters come in their own way and have their own story to tell.
they have each character have a story within a story. I don't know
Oh,
if that
wow.
makes sense at all.
Yeah, it does.
But
Life.
because each character is going to go through something, and it reveals why that person is where they are in their life today. What happened? Because remember we say the past
Yes.
dictates a lot of things.
Well, yeah.
So every character has a past, but of course it reveals the sin. They're in the sin, but it explains why that sin is on them. And
Well, would you agree with me when I say the past crosses the present, which dictates the future?
yes,
If that makes
I
sense.
would.
Yeah.
But it's the thing is of how you're going to birth out of the future and let the past go. But I tell anybody, you know, my past is where it is. It's where it is.
Well, you have to
but
hold on to it.
every now and then I gotta dig
Well, to
that
remind you
thing up.
from where you come.
You know, not
And once
only
you
that,
go.
but to reflect back to somebody else that I understand where you are.
'Cause
I
I've
get
been
it.
there.
You know.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you want to release it because, like I say, 2020,
Yeah.
I'm not taking anything that has already happened that's negative. You ain't following me into 20.
You on your own.
Okay, you want to stay exactly where
I
you
know.
are.
Yeah. Because you know what happens though.
Because I can't, you know. Like I said, every
Now-
now and then you got to peep back in there.
Now, is there, since we have some time, is there a place, do you want to do an excerpt from the book, from the latest book? Just read the back of the book then.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll tell you what you read it then.
I'd rather you do it.
You want me to do it?
I'm going to have to put on my glasses and all that.
Okay, this is from the novel Dark Secrets. Okay. Life proves difficult for Colleen Roberts when adulthood comes barreling down on her. Since she had been sheltered and secure in her life with a loving Christian mother, Colleen had always been insulated from calamity until everything changed. When things begin to go awry, Colleen tries to protect her mother's feelings and hide her shame and hurt behind lies that make matters worse than she could have ever imagined. She finds herself on the Southeast DC streets, ill prepared to make the right choices under unfamiliar conditions. She faces desperate consequences for her misguided efforts to do the right thing on her own. The seedy, surly nightlife and gang violence become her new reality as she looks for love, companionship, and substance in all the wrong places. And Colleen does some serious tumbling into life's darkest valleys. Her efforts to right herself and climb out of the pit require a power she would have to come to know for herself.
That's beautiful, sister. Wow. I'd like to share this piece here, and it's by George Clinton and James Allen, and it's simply entitled Good Thoughts, Bad Thoughts. Travel like a king, listen to the inner voice, a hidden wisdom is at work for you. Conquering the stumbling blocks comes easier when the conqueror is in tune with the infinite. Every ending is a new beginning. Life is an endless unfoldment. Change your mind and you change your relation to time. You can find the answer. The solution lies within the problem. The answer is in every question. An attitude is all you need to rise and walk away. Inspire yourself. Your life is yours. It fits you like your skin. The oak sleeps in the acorn. The giant aquarius sleeps in its tiny seed. The bird waits in the egg. God waits for his unfoldment in man. You gravitate to that which you secretly love most. You meet in life the exact reproduction of your own thoughts. There is no chance, coincidence, or accident in a world ruled by law and divine order. You rise as high as your dominant aspiration. You descend to the level of your lowest concept of yourself. The infinite intelligence within you knows the answer. Its nature is to respond to your thoughts. Be careful of the thought seeds you plant in the garden of your mind, for seeds grow after their kind. Every thought felt as true or allowed to be accepted as true by your conscious mind take root in your subconscious and blossoms sooner or later and grows its own fruit. Good thoughts will bring forth good fruit. Bad thoughts will rot your flesh. Think right and you can fly. The kingdom of heaven is within.
Amen. Amen.
George Clinton, of all people, right? We know George could deep like that, though.
Hey, that's the mind of a poet.
So what is it that you want people to really to get from the latest book? And we didn't get a shot of that either, Tony. Let's get a shot of that. Okay.
I just want people to find their escape through reading this and the healing, and deliverance.
There's healing.
You know what I'm saying? Through the eyes of these characters, because the characters reflect so many people in the way that they're living their lives today. It is an urban Christian book. It is not sugar-coated. It's just
ain't no sugar in it, y'all.
not whatsoever. But it's written in a way that it will show the sin, but it also show the deliverance.
Oh wow!
It shows you a way to climb out of that dark area. You know what I'm saying? And see God's face and everything. Cause Danny, you're a man. You're of the church and everything. I am also.
Yes.
The thing is, but what I want people to understand is just because you're saved, the fun does not stop. You can still. It's called just living right. That's it. Living right. Yes. That's basically it. I did have something. I'm just if you're about to read something else, go ahead.
No.
But I wanted to read this.
Anything you want to say, please.
I wanted to read this excerpt that came from inside the book.
Okay.
And it's called, but I'm almost certain that it's in one of these. So that's why I was saying if you have something that you want to...
I'll share this while you find it. So this is simply entitled, Without Woman, a poem for all women of the world. Woman as the mother of man represents the power of the Almighty's hand. Through all the love, joy, pain, and strife, woman is a lifeline to all human life. For where there's no she, there can be no he. And where there's no us, there could be no we. Only through the womb of woman's body and mind can man see himself in another place and time. There can be no woman, there could be no man. Without woman is co-creator in God's master plan. For he who is without woman can never be made whole until he's learned to love from the depths of his soul. And though love can sometimes make you cry, yet while you laugh, man and woman will always be each other's better half. For where there's no she, there can be no he. And where there's no us, there could be no we without woman.
Amen. But I want to say something. God made opposites of everything,
Better believe.
But I think what it is, you're a man, I'm a woman. Put your hand up. This gives balance.
Yes.
It becomes balance when you have both connections. And I think that's what it is. That's what makes the world balanced. You have to have this side and that side.
That would make the world full of people too.
Please make more people. But this is actually this poem is called "It's the Game Plan B."
Okay.
And this is one of the characters that's in my book. His name is Dante.
All right, come on with it.
And Dante is a poet.
Okay. And
this is how he came to see himself as he started getting a little taste of the light and coming out of that kind of darkness. Like, really? Is this really right? So this is called "Is the Game Plan Me?" My grandmother told me, and also my current queen, that if I don't seek the hand of God soon, my salvation would be only a dream. They said that Jesus is the rock of salvation. With him, I don't have to worry. They said if I keep my current path, I'll die in the hands of the adversary. They said that I'm a born leader to speak as a lion for God real bold. But the question that's boggling my mind is if I'm standing in the wrong fold. Am I the one in control, or has Satan got me by the hand? And is the ground in which I stand sturdy, or only sinking sand? Am I playing the game, or is the game playing me? For sometimes through my ignorance, I am unable to see. Are my blinders on, or are they off? And am I another servant, and like the others, still lost? I got me a Cadillac Escalade, and yes, my pockets stay fat. Just got to get through the night without the revengeful rat-a-tat-tat. Standing on the corner with this dealer target on my back. But to keep these perpetrating gold diggers, I got to keep my pockets fat. Got people all around me. They fearful, but they stay just the same. They say I'm the king of this here illegal and deadly drug game. Now, I got me a gangster reputation, but if I lost it all, tell me which one of these Bama's going to still be here to catch me when I fall. The crew say I'm self-employed, where my family says I'm not. For I'm told my employer's name is Satan, and he has for me a deadly plot. Am I playing the game, or is the game playing me? For sometimes through my ignorance, I am unable to see. Now I know there is a God, and Jesus is his only begotten Son. If I don't stop this game of Satan's now, my devilish employer will have won. I do know life is about choice, and I've been playing a deadly one. My advice to all of you is to seek God's only begotten Son. Right now, Satan is my employer, and without knowing, I chose him instead. If I keep this destructive path for my life without choosing God, I'll end up dead. So, am I playing the game, or has this game been playing me? For sometimes through my ignorance, I am unable to see.
Wow, sister, where can we get your books?
Okay, these three you can get on the book patch.
Okay.
All three can
And
be
what is
found on the bookpatch.com.
Okay, book patch.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. The bookpatch.com, and you can just type in my name, Francine Nedd, or type in any one of my books, and it'll come right up. Dark Secrets alone can be purchased on Amazon Kindle, but again, both can be purchased on the book, the book patch.
I thank you for coming.
I thank you for inviting me. I've had so much fun.
Yes, I'd like to share this on the way out. Color me poetry. Color me the man that cried I am, and that will be my eternal flame. Color me poetry, for nobody knows my name. I am the middle passage, and after, you are me, and I am you. We wear the mask of America, something old and something new. For I am poetry. I am the living experience. I am the lifelong proof. Color me the poetry of nothing but the truth. Color me a love child lost in the promised land. I am the poem for black hearts, going to meet the man. I am not to be sold nor bought, so color me a scholar in the school of thought. For I am poetry. Color me the rose and the thorn. I am the timeless hope of dreams yet unborn. I am for my people a portrait of pride. Color me the Negro who speaks of rivers deep down inside. For I am poetry. Let us lift every voice and sing of black and unknown bots of long ago. Color me a song in spite of myself, that all the world might know. Color me poetry, for I am poetry. I'm Poet Danny Queen. Until next time, peace, love, and poetry. We out. Thank you, sister, for coming to share with us. We're going to have you back. I know you're going to sell $1 million. I'm going to make sure. If I got anything to do with it. Thank you for coming.